Hello and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be playing some Dirt 5. Yes, I've been given rather early access to have a go with this game. Now I'm a massive fan of the Dirt series. I think actually Dirt 2 was the first game I ever got all the game score from. I don't know whether they released DLC after I'd completed it. Dirt 2 was the first game I got all the games, I got 1,000 game score out of. I love the Dirt series, always have done, fantastic fun. And, of course, naturally very excited to have a go with the new one. Now, this is a work in progress. This is a very early access, actually. The game's not out till October. And, you know, stuff is still subject to change. Handling physics, maybe tweaked AIs, UI, all of that kind of thing. There may be a little bit of bugs here and there in this demo because, you know, it's still a work in progress and so on. But we can get a little taste for the game. There are 4 classes. There are 4 tracks for us to be racing around. We're going to start off with the Land Rush. We're going to start with the big trucks. So we've got the Touareg, all-wheel drive, but not as much power and heavier than the Lafite. I think so. G-Tech X-Road. I believe it's a real car as well, this. Or real truck, I should say. We're going to have a go with the rear-wheel drive 500 horsepower monster. Now, as you will notice, hell, just from the loading screen here, there is plenty of colour. The loading screen and the vehicle liveries. Yes, there's a lot of colour going on with the vehicles, and that's not a bad thing whatsoever. Yes, this game is arcadey, and that's fine. You see, there was once upon a time a lot of very, very good arcadey racing games, and of late we've not really had that so much. Even more arcadey games, with the exception of some, I guess, some indie games and whatnot, we've not really had big arcade games. Everything's tried to be at least a bit realistic here, and I say a bit realistic here and there, but everything's kind of ended up more on the sim end of the spectrum, and that's not a bad thing per se, but it's nice to have a game that knows it's an arcade and wants to have fun with that. So we get these really, really interesting looking circuits. You know, this is not a replica of any particular circuit, and that's fine because it means you can go wild, you can go a bit creative with the track design, which is always nice. It's actually a fun layout as well. All the tracks driven around here have had fun, interesting layouts. They're plenty wide enough for 12 vehicles to go racing and have some good overtaking, and the vehicles drive nicely. The handling model of this is one that you can pick up and immediately feel comfortable driving with. Now, that's not to say there isn't some challenges, and we'll get to some different vehicles a little later on. However, with a vehicle like this, like 500 horsepower going through the rear wheels, you can, you know, get the hang of driving it. Now, driving quickly is always a challenge, doesn't matter what game you're playing on. Finding all the intricacies and so on will take some time. Mastering a handling model, whatever game it is, takes its time. But to be able to just kind of pick up and go, this is pretty damn good fun. And it's, you know, you can chuck these vehicles about. They're not too bad. I've got all the assists turned off in this, and you can absolutely throw the truck around. It's just fun. You know, this is just one of those, it is a fun thing to go racing with, a fun thing to go driving with. Now, if you're expecting a dirt, well, something along the lines of Dirt Rally, that's not what you're going to get with this one. You're not going to get every single little bump in the road, you know, crazy realistic simulator, and all of that sort of stuff. That's not kind of what this is about. And I also should point out, as I said, early build, I don't know what the AI difficulty level is on. However, the answer is not particularly high, it would seem, as we are running away the front of this one, not really having to fight with them. Sometimes they seem to do better than other times. This one is apparently one where I'm going to be running away, running off into the distance. And now I don't know what we're going to get in terms of this video. So for the demo, everything is randomized in terms of weather conditions, in terms of lighting, and all of that sort of thing. So you can be racing at night. I've had some massive sort of rainstorm move in while doing this race. It looks incredible. With the kind of dynamic weather. Does it make much difference to the handling of the trucks? Not really. I mean, to be fair, it looks pretty soggy here regardless, so if it starts raining, I don't think it'll make any difference to this vehicle anyway. The trucks do get muddier as you go through. You can see on the back of this one, the Touareg, one of the races I do with the Touareg in particular, you can see the vehicles get a lot muddier as you go through the races. It's neat little touches and so on. But yeah, I mean, this particular layout, this is a fun track to drive around. There's overtaking opportunities. If you want to go for it, we can run all the way up the banking here if we want to go a little brave. Maybe you could get a slingshot off of that one. But yeah, the side of a good track is it's got to be fun. It's got to be fun to, you know, be able to battle with other vehicles. It's got to be fun to be driven around on its own, because there's a good chance you're going to end up at some point driving around on your own and some point with other cars. You know, sometimes time trial tracks just don't work for actual racing. I've got to say, this lot has been good fun. You know, there's good overtaking spots. There's some good sections, some fun sections where you can try and have a dive if you're brave enough and so on. But it's still entertaining to drive around when you are either in front on your own, in the middle of the pack, whatever. Oh, we get some big sliding going on through there. Catch that one. And that is going to be us across the line for this first race. So it's a nice truck to drive. you know, you can chuck it about. It's going to slide about a little bit, but not such a crazy amount. And as I said, really super easy, just trying to pick up and start driving that vehicle. We will take a victory here. Now we're going to move on next to something a little bit wackier. So this is my favourite. I was going to say this is my favourite vehicle in the demo, but I'm not actually sure because sprint cars. But super lights we've got. So these are your buggies. These are your racing buggies. You've got aerial nomads. You've got a nomad tactical that's a bit powerful. It's slightly heavier because it has lights on the top. Or a spare wheel, maybe. I don't know. Basically, a slightly more powerful nomad. Then we have the best box. Then we have the bestest of boxes, and there's also an Exocet, which is pretty cool as well. I like the buggies, they're mad. But this thing, I love this thing. 140 horsepower, less than 1,000 pounds. It's essentially a roll cage on wheels. And it's glorious. It also looks very angry. It looks like it's not happy about anything being in its way. We're going to head to the Brazilian circuit as of next. Kind of hoping we have a massive rainstorm or something to show off here. I don't know. It's all randomised. We'll find out when it loads in. What have we got? Weather conditions. Oh no, we've got a lovely cloud. Well, it says cloudy. I cannot see a cloud in the sky. The weather is kind of dynamic. It does change as the races go on. Now I see some clouds. Okay, thank you, game. So, these are rear-wheel drive buggies. Rear-wheel drive buggies with a good amount of power, and in this case, I mean, no way. The Nomad's light, but this is even lighter. And this is an absolute riot to drive. It is not as easy to pick up and just go as the cars or the Land Rush trucks, because it's very light and wants to slide around all the damn time. Is it quick? I have no idea. I know I have a lot of fun driving it. I feel like the Nomad or the Exocet are probably the better option in terms of ultimate lap pace, because this you are going to be spending more time sideways with, and that's fine. It is the dog with the waggly tail, basically, here, and it's coming from somebody who doesn't like drifting. I'll say doesn't like drifting, who doesn't really do drifting and so on. This is an absolute blast to drive. Oh dear, no, everything's a little bit wrong. It's just... I love it. It is my favourite vehicle. I'd say it's almost my favourite vehicle by far. This. Oh, don't hit the rocks. Oh, well, it does roll. There is a small issue with falling down a cliff with it. Oh, there's a it's a wheeling Nomad. I think it was a Nomad. Well, someone else fell down the cliff as well. Oh, we got into the cloud. So you see a little bit... Let's see, got into the cloud. I think we've gone behind... Is someone behind the mountain or something? I don't know. You'll see the lighting changes go on. It's pretty damn impressive, actually, when you can have some of this occurring, especially when it starts changes, especially when you start getting sort of like rain come over and all of that kind of stuff. It does look very visually impressive. Now, we're actually going to have to pay attention for this. I've got to stop farting around with the bestest of boxes, sliding the damn thing around. Oh, there we go. Actually concentrate now. It is pretty quick going up this hill. Oh, we're going to get an aerial overtake. Yep, that's an aerial overtake right there. They always got two in the air. We're going to be slipping and sliding our way around. Now, don't hit the tree. Again, as far as visuals go, it's a cool-looking circuit, this one. As I said, it's not just about the circuit looking cool. It actually drives really well. It's a fun place to drive. It's got some good challenges. It's got some interesting corners to be tackling. I mean, this thing, you are sliding everywhere. But you've really got to... If you're going to be over that quick latte, you've got to get things right. Like, this is all wrong, I managed to do through here. Not got the lines, not got anything set up properly through there. We're going to chuck it sideways, maybe coming down this hill. There we go. Have we got... Okay, so it was a cloud came over. That you see, like little things like that are really cool. I wonder whether it was like the sun position, but no, I think it was a cloud that came over there that just, you know, throws the track into shade a little bit. Oh crap, we are twisting around in the air. I think we have a tiny bit of in-air control as well. It looks like you might do. And what I mean by that is not GTA 5 levels of adjusting and flipping around, but what I mean by that is if you go on the throttle, you can tip the nose up. And that's what happens with real off-road trucks. You do have a small little bit of in-air control. I think it's still about the inertia of the wheels, I believe. I don't know my physics all that well. I'm going to have a little lift because I don't actually want to end up in the rock face. Oh, that's way too fast into there. We'll grab a handbrake. We're going to go a little bit wrong, a little bit wide, but that's fine. Oh, this is a brilliant box. It is an absolutely brilliant box, and I love it. We're going to slide our way around. I can't wait to drive it on more circuits, because it's so much fun. It is so much fun to drive. I mean, I've driven the other two, and you know, the Nomad and the Exocet are pretty cool. There's no doubt about it. However, this thing, it's so light and so eager to mess around with. And I say relatively fast. I have no idea. Probably not all that fast, really, but I don't actually care all that much. Oh, there's a wall there. That's fine. Oh, we're going all sorts of wobbly. Don't fall off the inside of the cliff here. That would be a bad time for everybody. Got a couple more corners to go here. Maybe we need a 5th gear. And up towards the jump we go. Yeah, you can see actually if I go off the throttle, the nose immediately just dives down. Oh, I'm going to bounce around a little bit. There is a smidge of damage. I don't know whether you'll see on this one. I have hit a couple of things. There is some visual damage going on with the vehicles. You'll see bent... No, I actually got away with that. But you'll see sort of bent bodywork and smack lights and all of that kind of thing. We will take the victory in this one. The Exocet got third. The Exocet Nomad and then the bestest of boxes. There we go, on the podium. Look at that. Right, so that's the Land Rush vehicles, the big trucks. That is our... crazy, super light, wonderful machine. We are going to move next to having a look at some rally cars, actual vehicles. We're going to go to Norway here. The 90s rally cars are the ones we have to play around with in the demo. We've got Escort Cosworth, we've got an Evo 6, we've also got Subaru Impreza. You can drive the Cross Raid, the Land Rush vehicles around this circuit as well if you wish. However, we want to go with cars. Now, given this choice, I like all of them, but naturally I'm going to gravitate towards the Evo. You have the 6. Generally, well, a lot of people's favourite Evos. I quite like the 4. Not everyone likes the 4. It has unusual sort of massive fog lights. But for me, it's pretty damn cool. Ooh, we're going to be driving in the snow. Yes, I haven't actually seen the heavy snow. I've seen kind of like light snow effects. There's all sorts of weather conditions going on. You can sometimes I've seen this race run at night time. You get the aurora going on. It looks very impressive. For this though, we've got the snow to be contended with, the kind of orangey sky and everything. Right, let's go. Let's bump into the back of the vehicle ahead. Sure, that's always what we want. Oh, we're going to get crowded our way in towards this first corner a little bit. A little push on the way through. This is I think Ultracross is the name of the thing. Basically, it's kind of like Rallycross only with a lot more cars, but on much bigger, much wider circuits. So there is more space for overtaking. There's more opportunities to try and get passes done. Rallycross can be quite difficult to get passes completed, as I've experienced as of late. We're going to be all the way on the outside. We're on the outside of a 4 wide going on. The AI are a little bit better, generally speaking, with the cars than they are with the other vehicles. And again, it's just the demo. I have no doubt, come the full release, difficulty settings, etc., we'll find something that will work. But in terms of this demo so far, the AIs in the cars are a little bit quicker. I'm hoping we can still win the race if I don't drive like a plank too much and turn in too soon and clonk into stuff. That would generally be quite good. Where are we going here? I've made a terrible hash of that corner as well. We can do better. We're going to have to do better, actually, because we're sat in 4th, a little bit further back. We saw some snow going on. I mean, the weather does sort of change as these races go on. Maybe it's going to start snowing part of the way through. Maybe it's going to be less snow as it goes on. I don't know. Who knows, really? We are hopefully going to chase down these cars. I'm now a smidge concerned, regardless of the snow or not. It's still a very, I can kind of see the snow going on here. It's still a very, very good-looking circuit. And again, it's another really visually impressive track. It's easy to get distracted, I find. It's easy to get distracted just kind of looking for all the little details that go on around the place sometimes. Almost, I say not more than racing, but... there we go. Oh, it's going quite dark all of a sudden now. But you'll see, like, coming up towards a section we go across like a little harbour, I think. And you can see, like, the spray as the water's crashing against it. All that, those little details I love. And I like that it's gone just a bit mad. I say a bit mad, but it's just be as creative as you can with the circuits because it's not having to try and be something specific. We're not going to see it now, it's too dark for anything. But yeah, you can kind of see the bit of the dynamic weather occurring in all of this one. And it's probably a little bit exaggerated because we're only doing sort of 3-lap races. It's got very dark very quickly. And is that how it works in Norway? Got any Norwegians watching? Christ, it's got really dark and I can't see a damn thing all of a sudden. Oh, it's really dark and it looks like we're going through hyperspace at the moment. It's a good showcase. It's a good showcase. So you can see where the finish line is. You've got these big old light shows going on. I've got cars right behind me as well. There's a couple of sections of the AI which are a little bit tentative, but we can kind of pull away in. Where is the braking? It's up here, isn't it? Oh, that's fine. We're good. We're good through all of that. I say we're good. We're going to lose a place to the Escort Cosworth. We might be able to fight back somewhere down here if I can see where I'm going long enough. Can't really see a thing. Where's the edge of the track? I think it's out there somewhere. We're going around the outside of the Escort. I'm still making this up as I go along. Oh, Okay, lightning, come back. I need the lightning. Lightning's good, then I can see where I'm going. We're into the hairpins now. We're going to take... It's... I haven't come across this weather combination before, and I'm impressed, I gotta say. Bloody hell. That is awesome. I'm very much... Oh, I'm very much liking it. And we're still having a ridiculously good race in all of this condition. We're actually going to end up losing out to the Escort. I feel like I just lost a load of power coming onto that bridge. That's fine. Come on, be brave with the Evo. Do not let that pesky Ford be quicker than us. No, I will not let the pesky Ford. Don't look at the scenery. Chase the Ford. I'm not going to have time. We've only got a couple of corners to go, really. I'm going to have to be unbelievably fast through here. And I'm not sure if I'm getting it right. I think, is the snow settling as we go? Yes, it does. It does look like we've got more and more snow on the circuit as we are going along here. There is nothing I can do in this. We've got a stack of cars up behind us a little bit here. Nothing I could do in that, and we just lost it on the final lap. Ended up falling to a second position in all of this one. That was a mad, spectacular, crazy race. I love it. That was fantastic fun. We will take that second position. I'll be happy with that. It started off sort of midday-ish. That was cool. Snowy thunderstorm. Awesome stuff. Right, well, I'm pleased we got to see. I'm pleased to say that was saved until I started filming to see that. The final thing we're going to finish. So I said the bestest of boxes was one of my favourite cars in this, because another class that we've got that I absolutely love is sprint cars. Now, regular viewers of my stuff will know I'm quite a fan of dirt ovals, and this thing's mad. 900 horsepower through the rear wheels of this sprint car. It's tiny, it's got a really short wheelbase, and we are going to be driving around a dirt oval. Now, I wasn't expecting sprint cars in Dirt 5, I'm going to be honest with you. This was not a discipline, a class that I was particularly expecting to find. I am very, very glad to see that it is here. It's a very different sort of driving. Now, this, well, I said the other classes, well, the box could be a bit... The box can be interesting to drive. It takes a little bit getting to. This is a very, very different sort of racing. Now, I'm a big fan of having a challenge. Let's have a different sort of car, different sort of racing to try and learn. There's no gears in this. It's first gear, and you boot it, and then you kind of slide your way around these corners. Oh God, but you got to get it. You got to get it right. It's a very different style of driving, very different style of racing as well, and I've not got it right there. I had to have a big lift off the throttle, and that's not really what you want. Ideally, you kind of want to be powering all the way through the corner. We're running much higher up on the circuit than I would normally. Oh, we're going to end up down the bottom though. This lap here has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Yeah, this is a very, very different sort of driving, and I love that we have this. There is this in Dirt 5 because it's just another discipline to try and familiarise yourself with, another discipline to try and get good at. I will probably see myself spending a lot of time doing this. Oh, we're going to get a little dink on the back. Nothing terrible though. Can we chuck it into turn 1? Yes, we can. Oh, big, two bigger slides through there. Much too bigger slides through there. We go back up towards the wall. I have driven this circuit much better, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, we got hooked up on somebody else's car. This has been a terrible race for me, and I'll hold my hands up and say that much. This has been scruffy from me. I can do much better. Oh, no! Get off of that. It's not gone well for me at all. Oh, I'm passed by everything. The AIs tend to be very quick. Oh, no, it's all gone horribly wrong. Oh, bugger and blast. Come on. Come on. We ended up in the wall on the inside. That was not good enough. We'll cross the line. That was terrible. That was a terrible performance by me. I will hold my hands up in shame. We can do better than that. We can definitely do better than that. Yeah, there's a knack to driving these cars. It's so different to everything else. I always love a challenge. When it comes to a driving game, give me something different. Give me something that I've not really done before. You know, it's a different kind of racing, a different kind of driving. Got to try and adapt to something new. Well, I've done dirt ovals. Never quite done dirt ovals with this sort of vehicle. It tended to be with much less powerful sort of sprint cars. I think I'm chucking it too sideways now. I think that's the problem. There's a really fine line with these between getting it sideways and making speed and getting it way too sideways. Kind of sort of over-rotating. You don't want to be over-rotating the vehicle. The other thing is the line I want to take, I tend to get clattered by AI cars. This sort of racing can be quite full of contact, shall we say. Oh, we're going to get assisted into the corner again. I'm trying to be a little bit calmer with this. I don't know whether to just go run really high up the circuit, focus on getting that good exit. Oh, I can't really because there's cars in my way again. We've got the flap at the back is going. Okay, now we've actually ducked underneath everybody through turn 1. I don't even know. Oh, no, we've got a really bad exit though. They're going to carry a lot of this sort of steam up the inside. This is a little bit better though from us this time around now. Can we be... no, I wanted to take this... I wanted to get this tighter line on the exit here. It's kind of working, you've just got to be careful because the AIs really like to have a fire up the inside. Oh, it's going to be a really big battle to the finish line here. I don't know whether we're going to get third or fourth. We did get third in the end. Oh, that was a great battle. That was a great battle. I couldn't quite get the line working that I wanted to. There was a lot of bumping, a lot of barging. Look at how close the finishing positions were. Come on, one more try. And this is what I love about this kind of racing. Is it makes me want to keep going. It makes me want to have another try, keep getting better. Eventually, we'll get the win. I've won a couple of times. Sometimes, if you get lucky, you can just... Oh, that's a massive wheelie off the start. Do sprint cars normally wheelie off the start? I feel like he wouldn't. Who knows? Sometimes you can get to the front, and if you get it right, you can just kind of run away. Often, if you get stuck in battles, though, you just lose too much time. Okay, so there's a lot of cars on the inside. Shall we go for this higher line? It's fine up here if you don't get slowed down. Oh, we've got some clouds going on overhead, I guess. So, yeah, if you don't get slowed down, if you have a car like just far up the inside and block your run on the exit, you can make the high line work. However, I'm kind of struggling to take the exit line that I want because there's a lot of cars there. We're going to do the dive to the inside. A little too much, maybe. Although, made a bunch of positions. Let's see if we can dive again. Oh, you see the wing in the background. There we go. That's more like it. That's nicely done. That's nicely done indeed. I don't want to carry as much speed into the corners as the AIs do, but I almost have to try and avoid them clonking me, if you like. I tend to be more about getting the speed on the exit. It's just how I tend to drive this stuff. This race is going... I don't even say it. Curse the commentator, go away. Absolutely, curse the commentator can bugger off. We are starting to pull the gap. We've actually got a second and a half gap to the vehicles behind. And let's not one more corner. Let's not do anything stupid through here. Just take it nice and easy. Nice and easy through there. That's the one. That's what we wanted. 1:18.3 for the race. Oh, that was more like it. Well, that was got to the front and managed to pull away a little bit. We played it... I say we played it smart. I was able to drive how I wanted to and stay out of trouble. And once we could do that, not too bad to pull away. Yeah. I love the sprint cars. I love that there's something this different in here. I look forward to seeing what other, maybe a little bit different stuff we're going to end up seeing. It's just a different discipline of off-road racing, I guess you could say, and a really rather good challenge. Well, there we go. That is a quick look at some of Dirt 5. Quick look at the demo. Is really, really rather entertaining. Really rather good fun. Yes, might not be to everyone's taste, being very, very much the arcadey end of the spectrum, lots of bright colours, lots of fictional locations and so on, but I've had a lot of fun playing around with these vehicles, especially the bestest of boxes, especially this mad sprint car. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.